Richer than me and your phone. You just wanna be in the song. Hard on my sleep for reading it wrong. I'ma come see you when I got time, even though I got nothing to do. Trust that when I lost my mind, so I'ma leave it with dude. I'm on that one time, but I'm still reading the room.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our distinguished analyst. Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Timeout.
You take a look at the 76ers.
The challenge for them on this short trip. Is to dial in their focus. They want to get that first win, get the confidence going. They feel a strong start is so important.
And Grant, having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation, and they make the most of their bench, which is smart.
And so here is Philadelphia. After the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago. Inside. Oh, and a dunk by Brown!
You can tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
Now Westbrook. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. 5 on the clock. Back to Lively. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. Knocks it down from distance.
And Halliburton has that kind of ability. An awkward release, but man, is he consistent with it.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with New Orleans head coach. We discussed Jaylen Brown and what makes him such a hard player to defend, and Coach said to me, Jaylen is a freak athlete and has become a really good shooter over time too. We can't give him clean looks, and we have to guard him closely. Let's see if the defense is up to the task.
Appreciate the report, Allie. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. New Orleans shooting their first free throw of the contest. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. Drains the triple.
Nice find by Halliburton. Just a great feel for the game.
Westbrook with it. Here's Lively. That one doesn't go. He's just 2 for 5. Here's Halliburton. Pass to Brown. From the arc. Knocks down the triple. Brown's got 6 points.
I just love the ball movement.
Westbrook outside. Lively with it. Poole from long range. Connects from downtown.
Well, that three-point stroke of Jordan Poole, that's really come a long way.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Halliburton right side. Here's Brown. They get the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
We've got 1:48 left in the opening quarter. Lively shot is off.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Now here's Halliburton. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's the second effort, and he lays it up and in. Abdul-Jabbar's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And he's going to work early on the offensive glass. He's so amped up.
Sometimes guys come in with a great mindset, trying to push the action until somebody stops him. Nobody there to do it that time.
Here's Brown. He has 6. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Now here's Westbrook. Still without a bucket.
That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
To the middle. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And miss after miss right now.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
And so it's Philadelphia in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep. And they have been thus far.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
They set the screen. Here's Ellis. Hits the trifecta. Ellis has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Cornette can't hit.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Here's Duren. Misses from close range. Philadelphia leading by 12. Here's White. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Oh, BA, the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, have the ball in their hands, and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Johnson on the wing. No points so far. Pass to Tyson. Knocked away.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
To the paint. Cornette with the bucket. And the 76ers lead by 16.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Over to the left wing. Eason. Offline with a three. And so here is Philadelphia. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Cornette can't hit.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Drills it from deep. Ellis has got 6 here in the quarter.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
And here's White. Wide open. The shot's good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
A minute 53 left to play in the first half of basketball. And the former league MVP in 2017. A long list of accomplishments for Russell Westbrook.
Well, how many times, BA, have we seen players celebrated in the way that Russell has been as one of the best players in the league, move and transition to a role off the bench? He's done it with a lot of grace, a lot of class, and has been very accepting of his new role.
Fight. Good.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
And it's Westbrook with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. 15-point game. Pass to Nora for 3. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Down low. Here's Bryant. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Bryant's got 4 points this quarter.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And the basket by Westbrook.
Very few players, if any, are more explosive off the pick and roll than Russell Westbrook.
The Sixers lead by 15. White for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Kicks it out to Westbrook. Pass to Nora. Back to Westbrook. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together. Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Here's Nora. Now Johnson. He's scoreless. Here's Mobo. 3 seconds left. Oh, rejected by Isaac. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Philadelphia on top, just dominating this one. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. The Sixers lead by 20. Here's Brown to the inside. And the jam by Brown.
This guy has crazy hops. Brown levitates over the floor.
Westbrook taking his time here. Pass to Lively. Lets a floater go. Yes, it's good. Lively's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Halliburton for 3. Bobo with a rebound.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Poole. Lively with it. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Yeah, really nice teamwork. Poole put that pass right where it needed to be.
Halliburton outside. Here's Brown. Lively grabs a miss. Pelicans trail by 18. Goes up from the top of the key. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with a rebound. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Can't cash it in from close range.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, Tyrese Halliburton, an all-star starter last season, is not done yet. He said, quote, "I want to be a champion, a Hall of Famer, and one of the greats. I want the next generation to talk about my ability as a basketball player. That's definitely the goal, and I don't ever set limits." Brian?
Allie just scratching the surface. Thank you. Good stuff there. Halliburton with the ball. He's got 5. The ball's knocked loose. Down low. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. To the paint. Pass to Mobo. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Lively. Up and over Gordon. Lively's shot is off. Philadelphia leading by 16. To the middle. They get back on track. And Gordon with the big finish.
Oh, Aaron Gordon, just simply one of the best dunkers of his generation.
Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Brown. Now here's Lively.
2 minutes remaining.
Westbrook outside. Lively with the bucket. Lively's got 11 points.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Halliburton for 3. They grab their own miss.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Pass to Lively. With the crossover. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
The officials were right on top of that one.
New Orleans shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And Lively drops them both. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Now here's White. 12 points for him. Over to the wing. Pass to Ellis. And the Pelicans miss again.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Picked by Isaac. It's White with a drive. Tipped. And they're on the break. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Yeah, just too strong right there. Duren is so good at fighting through contact on the way up.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
Their offensive game plan has been simple. Look to shoot it often from outside the arc. And the results have been outstanding.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
On offense, here are the Pelicans. They're on a 13-4 run. White with a steal. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Going inside. Duren with a rebound. Pelicans trail by 13. Here's Collier. Yet to see a basket. The second effort. And Duren lays it in.
But D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Pass to Sarr. Back to White. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Here's Collier. Pass to Duren.
76ers foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Gonzalez. Oh, and Bryant with a block.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for Philly, Kobe White taking 2 shots.
White hits them both.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Pelicans trail by 13. Poole outside. Pass to Lively. All sorts of time. Oh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
Poole becoming a better distributor of the basketball, so finding those chances and trying to get guys better looks, that's part of his game.
Deflected. And so it looks like the Sixers will retain possession here. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. And here's White. Clock at 6. Up top, Bryant. Pass to Sarr. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. It's stolen by Smart. Here's Sarr. Outside White. Inside. We've gone about 1.5 minutes into this fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. It's stolen by Lively. Outside Eason. Shoots over Sarr. Kept alive. Got a piece of it.
Timeout,
Isaac
timeout.
with the steal. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He is not messing around. Calling them into the huddle. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. Despite the lead, Coach was stern with the guys, mentioning to the team, do not let up. I've seen some big comebacks in this league, and this is not over. An interesting message. B.A.?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Westbrook outside. 4 on the clock. There's the triple. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
I love their work on the glass. They hold a nice rebounding advantage.
Brown downhill. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket. And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
Well, this kind of effort will energize the team and get you going, just gobbling up every board.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
This is just good point guard fundamentals from Tyrese Haliburton, going to the pick and roll to create a bunch of options.
Westbrook outside. Now Duren. And he'll draw the foul. We'll head to the line for 2. Jaylen Brown picks one up. And it's 6-10. Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter. Yeah, as of right now, Jalen Duren kind of seems like a classic big man. He can block, he can rebound, and he really focuses on finding close-range looks.
Haliburton misses. Pelicans trail by 13. Here's Eason. And again, no good by New Orleans. Haliburton. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Can't be overzealous with Haliburton. When you are, he embraces that. He got the whistle.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason. And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the 76ers.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And this will push their total wins for the year up to 11.
And they fought hard for this win, guys. No one wants to get swept in a season series, even a short one.
From deep, Eason pulls it in. Here's New Orleans. They trail by 14. Johnson. And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, B.A. They deserve the win.
Tenacious play by Haliburton, crashing into a foul and still sinking that shot.
3rd team foul. At the line for Philly, Tyrese Haliburton.
Free throw good. Haliburton. Here's Westbrook. Pass to Eason.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Personal foul.
Free throw drops for Johnson.
At the line.
And Johnson drops them both. And they go to the intentional foul.
And you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
And he makes a first.
At the line for 2.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These people done turned us into bosses. That's my number. Oh yeah. Hey, I found a loophole. I found one. Been since a youngster. Yeah. Fully, we can't let no punk us. Oh, yeah. About no, I treat a model like a.
Like that when you see me, you can't ask the odds, we know forgiving.
I found a loophole. I found one. Been since a youngster. Yeah. Fully, we can't let no punk us. Oh, yeah. About no, I treat a model like a. I know thugs, I know. I was raised to get some money, flip that like 10 ways. In the, my money hungry, stack that for 90 days. In the room, they like they getting paid. Rolls Royces in the trenches, parked in front of Section 8.
In love with my, I must admit I gotta go.
It's the Eastern Conference on display, featuring the Philadelphia 76ers. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. Here we go. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Taking a look at Miami. They return victorious from an undefeated road trip back to the loving embrace of their hometown faithful.
And we know these two teams have some history between them. Should make for a fun contest.
Yeah, there's no doubt that the attention to this one's a bit elevated. It's game day, and I'm glad we're here.
Here's Curry. The Heat with a fresh 14. From deep three-point land, rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Now here's Curry, following the shot by Kareem. They double-team Curry. And it's Hart, top of the key. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Off the pass from Hart, he's made major strides playmaking-wise, turning himself into a more complete offensive player.
Pass to Brown. The three-pointer, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now here's Butler. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Down low, Williams. Outside for Curry. There's a good screen. Drills the three-pointer.
I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
Here's Halliburton. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. The kick out to Abdul-Jabbar. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Now in the game, number 35, Robert Williams.
The Heat with the lead. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside for Curry. Clock at 6. Pass to Barrett. Over Halliburton. Barrett, no good.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Brown's shot is off. In transition, here comes Miami. From past the arc. Rebound by the 76ers.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
To the inside. Butler with the steal. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Hart. Heat moving the ball around. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
1:19 left to play in the first. Here's Butler. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Butler attacking in close. Such a gifted scorer.
The 76ers trail by 4. Jimmy Butler just seems to raise his game come playoff time, Brent. It is a thing of beauty.
It's pretty awesome to see that kind of confidence where a guy just lays in the weeds for a little while and then in the biggest moments comes in and stands out. So that's not always just about Jimmy Butler. It's about his team having that kind of confidence in how he performs in the biggest moments. You know, young players who come into the league, you want to see if they can bring it every night. Halliburton has certainly fit that bill.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now, here is Halliburton. He has 6. And he drives in. And that one's good by Abdul-Jabbar.
And Halliburton just sees the play before the play.
35 seconds left in the first. Outside Curry. Here's the 3. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And Brown with bad intentions on that drive.
Hart with it. Still without a basket. Right side, Butler. On its way from Curry for 2. It's all tied in Miami. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break.
The 76ers, 10.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Heat are always a tough-minded bunch. Jimmy Butler says, I just think nobody cares on our team. Make or miss shots, we're going to be who we are because we're not worried about anybody else. So that's what I think it is. I don't give a darn about it. I'm paraphrasing, Kevin. You get the picture.
I do, David. You are G-rated. Hey, thank you, D.A. And so White will bring it up for Philadelphia. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And the dunk by Bryant.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Brent, one thing we've seen these days, 3-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not, that's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
White can't get it to fall.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but plenty of room.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Williams really does play more like a traditional center out there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Good on both. One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're gonna grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
Now here's Watson. He has yet to score. On the wing, Williams. Shot clock at 6. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And so the ball goes out of bounds. Isaac touched it last.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Now here's Simmons. And stolen by Song. White looking around. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
And well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And both free throws good for White.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Drummond with it. He's picked up by White. And they double up Simmons. Here's Drummond. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Smart up top. Poke loose. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Isaac outside. The 76ers again can't hit it. The Heat trailed by 3. Pass to Simmons. With the drive. Off on the layup.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
There's 1:59 left in the first half of the game. Outside, White. From outside the arc, that one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
The offensive rebound. Drummond. Shot to stop the run. Pass to Watson. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
Let's see it.
So both teams making some changes here.
Let's hear it for you. Substitution on the court.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Back to Hart. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Free throw good. Hart.
And so crucial for Hart to get to the line, establish some confidence. He's solid from there. But I think it sometimes gets his perimeter game going.
Philadelphia leading by 5. To the paint. Here's Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe. 1:11 left in the first half. And here is Curry. He's got 6. And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Brown. Hits it from three-point range. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
That's a terrific pass right there by Jimmy Butler. Just wants to win.
Here's Halliburton, following the score by Miami. Here's Curry. Curry through traffic. Count it! Oh!
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
And it's Halliburton penetrating. Low block shot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 6-point game. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The 76ers have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And when you think of free throw shooting, not particularly a strength for this group, right around 70%.
So he comes up empty, missing both. Up in time. And that concludes the first half. 76ers lead by 6. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Heat trail by 6. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jimmy Butler remains the Heat's franchise player. He says, the confidence my teammates and my coaches put in me, it's a lot. They hype me up out there, and I just go play. I try everything in my power to make sure that we win. They trust me with everything. And Kevin, he's earned that faith.
Adney D.A., he tends to deliver in the biggest moments, and always has. Hey, we thank you for that report. Pass to Brown. Yeah, it's stolen by Barrett. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop.
The pressure from Barrett helped right there. He gets the steal, and that ignites the fast break.
The 76ers lead. To the middle. Here's Cornette. And stolen by Drummond. And here's Barrett. Now, here's Hart. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Halliburton outside. From 6 feet. Inside. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Miami trailing. Butler on the wing for the tie. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Now Smart. And is going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
There's Smart. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Back to Smart. Shot clock at 5. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Number 30, Stephen Curry.
On offense, here are the Heat. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. For the lead. Rebounded by Abdul-Jabbar. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Oh, tough play by Butler.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
To the inside, and Kareem throws it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. To the paint. Here's Williams. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Williams has got 6.
So much talk about Steph's scoring ability, but he's also a great facilitator.
With so many years in the NBA, you would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age, and you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Here's Williams. And the slam by Williams.
Curry doing a great job there with the pass. Of course, you're worried about the shot all the time, but a nice setup from Steph.
Outside, White. It's Abdul-Jabbar, high post. He's got 8. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
There's a screen by Williams. Outside for Curry. With the floater. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Dance team in the NBA, your Miami Heat Dancers.
Isaac right side. Pass to Sarr. That one doesn't drop. It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar making things happen for the Philadelphia 76ers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Erik Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Butler. It's hauled in by Gordon. The 76ers lead. Here's Halliburton. Here's Shaw. Beyond the arc. Ben Simmons with the rebound. And so Simmons will bring it up for Miami. To the middle. Here's Williams. And Williams throws it down.
The Time Lord rising up.
And the 76ers with possession. Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Gordon. 5 on the clock. No good that time.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
Substitution on the court.
First minute and a half of basketball play here in the fourth quarter. Outside for Curry. Here's Barrett. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
An occasional over-the-back call is fine with him. That's just how he plays and how he attacks the glass.
Yeah, he'd like to have that one back. I think there was an angle to get to that ball, but a bit reckless on that play.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. And the 76ers lead by 1. Outside Williams. And Williams throws it down.
It feels like Steph doesn't even have to look. He just knows where his teammates are.
Now, here's Halliburton. And stolen by Butler. And it's the Heat on the break. And Butler running the floor. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. And these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Pass to Hart. And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. change here.
Let's give them another big hand.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Left side Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Watson the screen. Curry. That's good.
And none better. Steph stepping up. What a great feel for the moment. Steph Curry. Bingo.
White drives in. And Smart now. It's off the key. Got a piece of it. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Pass to Hart. Curry looking around. Down low. Watson. And Watson slams it in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Inside. Looking to end the run.
Unstoppable tonight, as he is most nights. Jabbar has all the offensive tools, but it also keeps to a strict fitness regimen that allows him to wear people down.
Pass to Curry. Back to Watson. Outside Curry. Watson with it. Outside Curry. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Smart with the ball. To the inside. A kick out to Abdul-Jabbar. Brown. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. It's Hart on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. And Philadelphia has possession. Oh, the lob to Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Curry. Lets the three fly. Misses there. And so it's Miami winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
And that about wraps it up.
tragic tradition. Driving too fast into the past. When you reach through the television screen, I can give you anything. Silhouettes and static. The mirror sees you like fire and ice on the dark side.
Leo, light it up.
Diamonds sit and bling bling. I had to tell them, come on, bring me some more for the night. Say my car and I myself clean. Smelling good, I treat right on my side, and I know that she lied. She just want my money, and I know that she lied. Always stunt, and I know that she lied. My diamond keep drunk, and I know that she lied. I got all this money, but I say my know how to treat me, and I know how to treat all my right. Say my diamond shine and bling bling. Ugly. You see I got a plenty. I own that. With my result on. And my man got big black hearts, ain't on camera. You don't like me, I'm dangerous, man. Don't go take that down. But my trunk ain't no time no side. Tryna get you freezed up. Been with it, Instagram on that. Tell her get her feet put up, flat it up. Hating on me, get your miss go. Tryna get, come link up. I say my phone keep ringing. Hold up. There's another hat, baby. There's another chick, baby. Sick trip get terminated. Ain't wait, they turn crazy. Hands on your patient. Bad might keep away. Diamonds sit and bling bling. I had to tell them, come on, bring me some more for the night. Say my car and I myself clean. Smelling good, I treat right on my side, and I know that she lied. She just want my money, and I know that she lied. Always stunt, and I know that she lied. My diamond keep drunk, and I know that she lied. I got all this money, but I know that she lied. A young like me, pull a bag, flexing on the scene, 10 grand up in my jeans. Got a brand new boy, this some. I get you think about me, all on your teeth, leave all on your street, yeah. Your block we dead, on they side where we creep, yeah. I know that she like happy, make her put it on. I be about 9 to the morning, money calling, no I'm on it. Make when she home, might flash out and act a donkey. Baby mama kept you on me. All these broken phones make daily pull up on me. I make up, get green nails, I do it like McCone. Diamonds sit and bling bling. I had to tell them, come on, bring me some more for the night. Say my car and I myself clean. Smelling good, I treat right on my side, and I know that she lied. She just want my money, and I know that she lied. Always stunt, and I know that she lied. My diamond keep drunk, and I know that she lied. I got all this money, but
My mind run deep in my thoughts when I didn't have it. Sleeping on the floor, wishing it was a mattress. Now I'm in Hollywood with actors and actresses, where everybody bougie, latest trends and fashions. I'd rather keep it a buck, 100 if you ask me. I was trying to pay the bills just like last week. I was trying to sell a deal just like last week. Trying to run plays and run it up like the math. That's the recipe. If you walked in my shoes, then you knew this meant for me. Whatever come my way, this was meant for me. Trying to share my story, this is history. Now that's not a mystery. Stop without that hating, dog, man, this is meant for me. Whatever come my way, this was meant for me. Trying to share my story, this is history. Now that's not a mystery. Stop without that hating, dog, man, this is meant for me. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I'm here to be the voice for the people and break the generational curse. Stand for something and not just fall for anything. And never get it twisted when I'm in the booth. You already know I'ma speak my truth. I'ma share my pain, I'ma share my story. You can walk the way with me through the glory. God be the glory.
You never forget your first panic attack. Too big of a one, too many backs. No word of a lie, Jack. Trust me, the track can get sidetracked. When I think of my first panic attack, I'm right back in the love shack. We've been here before, Jack, and we ended up with a side quack. And it's mass trauma to try and unpack.
So breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Tell me what you see. You feel you're here, but you gotta believe. Just breathe whilst you're down on your knees. Just breathe, yeah, you just gotta breathe.
ain't with PNB Rock, you're not with me. You from New York, you ain't with Boogie. When I see you on
Paddock on my wrist, that's a bust down. All I know is get it up from uptown. Left him stuck down. Only because I'm up now. Only because I'm up now. She was with you first, but she with us now. All this LA, be bust down. Oh, you fugazi, let me find out. Oh, you fugazi, let me find out. Oh, you fugazi, let me find out. Nowadays, I get you lying now. Nowadays, be out of line. Baby, on my wrist, that's a bust down. We just go to out, that's a touchdown.
I'm Brian. Anderson here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Here's Harper. Pass to Wembanyama. Off target from outside. Now here's Ball. There's the drive. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
The three from Wembanyama. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Now Philadelphia with it. And we're about a minute into the first. Pass to Thompson. This one for 3. Drills it from deep.
Not too many players have ever had the feel for the three-point shot like Clay. He was born to shoot the deep ball.
Now Wembanyama fires for 3. And another miss by Orlando. Now Ball. He's averaging about 15 points per game. He's been a solid contributor. Mobley. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Both free throws good from Irving.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. It's a 5-point game. The 3 from Thompson. Ball with it. He's picked up by Jones. Here's Thompson. Hits the front of the rim and out. Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jamal Mosley.
We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and coach said we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, B.A.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Wembanyama. Hits the trifecta.
He was cold, but that basket might get him going. 1 for 6 now.
Poke loose. And the Magic pushing it up now. Here's Jones.
Wow! Turning defense into offense. Love seeing Jones be opportunistic on both ends.
And Ball gets it to go.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Thompson outside. There's the triple. Jones grabs the board. Orlando trailing here. Mobley with it. He's picked up by Jones. Good on the shot. Mobley's got 6.
And has to fight through contact to get the finish. Mobley keeping his cool under duress. And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating. And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Here's Ball. 1:05 left to play in the first. And there's the whistle. That one goes on Herb Jones. That's his first foul of the game. And the Magic making a change here. Here's ball.
Number 27.
Pass to Thompson. Over Jones. That one falls. His second make in 5 attempts.
This is Thompson's pure shooting ability in action. He has the shot up in seconds.
There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
First team foul.
So it's Philadelphia now. 4-3. Victor Wembanyama grabs a board.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good. And with this kind of vision, we could see the assist numbers go sky high for Wembanyama.
Here's ball. The Magic making their last shot. Pass to Thompson. Stolen by Jones. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Wembanyama. Fires the three. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Wembanyama's got his third basket of the night.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Orlando ahead, up by 5. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
Takes a 3. Gordon pulls it in. 76ers trail by 5. White on the wing. The 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs a board. And here are the Magic now. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Smart with the ball. Pass to White. Here's Gordon. That's tipped. 6 on the shot clock. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball.
Number 23.
4 on the clock. Up top, White. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe DeMar said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. They set the pick. It's stolen by Smart. It's 2-on-1. Here's Isaac. And the dunk by Isaac.
And that was a big man play by Isaac, going in with intention and dunking it.
Wiggins, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Isaac. Puts up a 3. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Magic leading by 7. Outside Murray. From deep, Wembanyama. Gordon pulls it in.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
A rebound by Wiggins.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Pass to Wembanyama. Launches a 3. The big man, Wembanyama, sinks the 3.
Well, look, at Wembanyama's height, there's nothing you can do to stop that shot.
And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Magic.
Outside White.
Isaiah Stewart.
Back to Smart. And he can't get that one. Great D that time from Mann. Magic leading by 10. Stewart outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Fast break, Philadelphia. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
You know, Isaac had some injury struggles in his career, but he hasn't let that deter him. He still plays with a lot of intensity and gives this game his all.
And he's good on the second. And here are the Magic now. And here's Brooks. Stewart outside. Knocks down the triple. And the Magic lead by 12.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Kuminga soars in for the slam. Man, he makes it look easy.
Well, we talk so much about the defense of Marcus Smart, but Smart is really good at running offense, too.
Pass to Stewart. It's stolen by Isaac. Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Gordon down low. Shot clock at 6. Down low. White. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Outside Irving. 24 seconds left to play in the first half. From deep. Gordon pulls it in. 76ers trail by 8. Here's Smart. No points so far. White on the wing. Fires in the triple.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
There's 6 seconds left in the second. The offensive rebound.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look. Just couldn't finish.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. It's the Magic. They lead by 5. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Magic leading by 5. Here's Harper. Let's go with a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Harper's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. The shake. And it's good on the lay-in. Abdul-Jabbar's got his first points in this one.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Mobley. And it's rejected.
Well, his block numbers might not always show it, but Stewart is a strong defender who alters a lot of shots.
About a minute played here in the second half. Here's Ball.
Love that defense from Stewart. Tight against the shooter.
Orlando leading by 6. And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Now here's Ball. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch. He drops it from range. Irving's got 14.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Pass to Thompson. They get it back. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Nice move. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Thompson outside. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And the layup is good off the glass. And now just a 5-point Orlando lead.
We highlight Thompson's scoring often, but right there, just a great read to get it to the open teammate.
Here's Irving. Oh, and Mobley with the block. Ball looks over the floor. Inside. Got a hand on it. Right side, Irving. Brooks outside. On the wing, Irving. Takes it inside. It's hauled in by the Sixers.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
.119 left in the third. Here's Harper. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Clock at 6. Outside for Irving. They still need this. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Your 407 Dan Steve.
Now Philadelphia with it. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Here's White. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Orlando leading. Murray with it. Now guarded by White. Wembanyama scanning the floor. Outside Jones.
76ers foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
34 seconds left to play in the third. From deep, Wembanyama. Rebound by Philadelphia. This lead is up for grabs.
Yeah, each possession has an importance.
That gives them the lead. White's got his third bucket of the night.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
Oh, a great flush from Wemby.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. To the paint. Here's White. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. The Sixers on top, up one. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. From the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending could be in store, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Back to Mobley. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, when you're facing Mobley, you cannot let him get that ball down low.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
Yeah, and their team-first approach is another thing you have to like. And they've had great ball movement and are getting a lot of points off assists.
Pass to Wembanyama from outside the arc. Another miss by Wembanyama.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. He's guarded by Irving. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
The three. Orlando with the rebound. Pass to Wembanyama. Count the basket and the foul. Now one on ball.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Now here's Ball. To the inside. Here's Mobley. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Knocked away. Here's Harper. And that one is hammered home. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And I also have to praise them for their three-point shooting. They're showing a lot of confidence, letting them fly from deep.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
3, 2, 1.
Philadelphia making a change here. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Thompson's shot is off.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's his first foul.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Here's Brooks. Pass to Wembanyama. Here's Harper. Wembanyama screen. 4 on the clock. And Harper gets it to go.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Now Smart. Out to Thompson for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. And the 76ers lead by 1.
With perfect mechanics, too. Klay Thompson's jumper is a work of art, an all-time shooter. They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Pass to Thompson. Knocks it loose. Here's Irving. And he packs it down right on top of Evan Mobley.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Gordon with it. To the middle. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Orlando leading by 3. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wembanyama buries the corner 3.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
Down low to end the run. Kicks it out to Smart. In transition, the Magic on the run. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down. And now an 8-point Orlando lead.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. And here's Thompson for 3. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
Cold-blooded. You can count on Thompson to keep an even temperature as the game heats up. And that three-pointer is big. Cancels out the triple at the other end and helps stretch out their lead.
On the wing, Thompson. Inside. Here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Coming up big for his squad. Gordon doesn't back down from the big moments.
Gordon pulls it in. So it's all come down to this.
It's really that time where your leaders must step up.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Mobley. Count it!
And there's a hunger to Mobley's game. That's how he beats the defense to the rebound.
Irving with it. Pass to Wembanyama. Outside for Irving. From outside, off the mark. Now Gordon. Back to Smart. So it's the Magic taking the W in a close one. This one was in the balance right in.
If you're down, we can meet some time.
yeah. Bruh, I see girls everywhere. Hands in the air, so party over here. Shaking for the man of the year. Man of the year, man of the bounce. Bruh, I see girls everywhere. Hands in the air, so party over here. Shaking for the man of the year. Man of the year, man of the bounce. Bruh, I see girls everywhere. Hands in the air, so party over here. Shaking for the man of the year. Man of the year, man of the bounce. Home of the party in the sunny land of the. Please let it breathe. Tank top down for the breeze. Burnt lips got a peace, love, enemies. I ain't come for the beef. You ain't no sheep. I'm the life for the beef. That this year gotta eat. Bounce for the crown. You be hating and I still hold it down. When you round, man, the girls never lounge. Man, I heard you a hound. Bruh, man, that need a tip. Hands high to the sound. Yeah, I'm the rich now. I'm the talk of the town. Make a run them out. Yeah. Put a boy pop down to the floor. Bounce. Bounce. Yeah. Bruh, I see girls everywhere. Hands in the air, so party over here. Shaking for the man of the year. Man of the year, man of the bounce. Bruh, I see girls everywhere. Hands in the air, so party over here. Shaking for the man of the year. Man of the year, man of the bounce. Bruh, I see girls everywhere. Hands in the air, so party over here. Shaking for the man of the year. Man of the year, man of the bounce. Watch it fly to a. I can pitch you a curb. Let the real the curb make meals from a verb. Cop a crib in the burbs. You ain't said nothing but a word. Something for your nerve. Home of the paid on the first hit. Going broke by the third. Bounce for the crown. Fast forward getting real to me now. Every dog need it once in a while. I see hands in the crowd. See white, black jumping around. Bump out of gown. Bounce from the ground. Hype for the sound. This first straight from the morgue. Pop down from the floor. Bounce.